Radical.
So I did make a promise in my Show Off Saturdays 100 that I will essentially be trying many new different things this year. Maybe not a whole lot of different new things, but different things. Essentially meaning I'll talk about different things, but I'll still kind of hold on to what a lot of you kind of have come to expect from me. And one thing that I do that a lot of you just love is talk about YouTubers and video game YouTubers specifically. Hey, a lot of you like that. So I will be doing that from time to time amongst talking about other things. So I think that's a nice little, it's a nice little compromise. I personally don't really care that much to talk about a lot of these same individuals that I have talked about in the past. At least, the e-bagging aspects. But, on certain instances, sure. If there's something interesting I can talk about, then sure, I suppose. Ground I have not covered. And this one's going to be 30 great Nintendo Switch games coming in 2022 on the channel RGT85. Before I get into this, I see something in sidebar. Now, is it because I click on RGT85 that beat 'em ups is recommended to me? Because I think I have constantly hit the not interested on the beat 'em ups and YouTube is not listening? Usually when you hit not interested, that's not supposed to come up. And it's sad to see that he's here in this thumbnail. I'll get back to the RGT85, but I'm not making two separate uploads, okay? It's sad to see in the thumbnail here with beat 'em ups who is, for a lot of you that don't know, he's a person, I'm not sure if he is still accepting gifts from children around Christmas time, but he previously gladly accepted gifts from children, not only children, but sick children during Christmas time. That actually happened. And I made a series of uploads documenting that. It's sad to see that there's Scott the Woz, Angry Video Game Nerd, Peanut Butter Gamer, and Arlo, who is like a Cookie Monster type thing, that for some reason they seem to have no issue whatsoever with that fact that beat 'em ups did, like I said, accept gifts from a sick child. If I knew that, maybe they didn't know. Scott, like, you don't know? Yeah. I guess they just don't know. But sad to see that, right? Sometimes in life, people are rewarded that don't deserve to be rewarded, and beat 'em ups is one of those people. But back to RGT85, who is in no way, shape, or form on that level of scumbaggery as beat 'em ups. Not on that same level. I mean, he does have a join, but what YouTuber doesn't nowadays? And Panzer Dragoon, I think he got that years ago. I'm not sure. But like I said, already covered those kind of things. Won't go over that ground again. What I'm going to be talking about right now is what a lot of people in the comment section of this upload are talking about. And I think he had a community post actually saying he apologized for uploading this kind of content, which seems to be a little bit of a deviation from his normal stuff, where he's just like in front of a camera talking about video games and video game type stuff. Now, it's the drastic change of him talking about video games occasionally over gameplay footage. I know, you don't get to see his beautiful face. Wow, what a huge deviation. But I see what they're talking about because half of this upload seems to be, I'm at the 4-minute mark, and there's splices of gameplay with no commentary over it. So this seems to be padded out a bit. And very generic music, the same music. It's like the same note that plays over and over again. What I'm wondering is, this is a full-time YouTuber with, a big channel, full-time YouTuber, and he's got the join here, not a Patreon. He's got the sneaky join. If you look at this in particular, people are paying this guy, his editor or whatever, he's got an editor to put this together. You're paying this guy for some video game footage clips randomly and him talking, which is kind of just silly. To donators of RGT85, just kind of like think about that, as I've said before, how silly that is. regardless of the YouTuber. What else? What else? What else? I think one final thought on this is, well, normally I would say if it's your YouTube channel, you should do whatever you would like to do for the most part. And you can factor in, like I'm doing here, I'm factoring in the fact that there's a part of my audience that would like to hear me talk about RGT85. And I'm not sure if this is the format that you would like. I'm not sure if I could do this differently. I don't really care. But I care enough, about the longtime people that come here to, throw you a bone. And like I said, it's just kind of silly. I don't really understand why you get so excited when I talk about YouTubers versus other things, because let's be honest here, RGT85 is kind of boring compared to like some huge gaming news like Microsoft buying Activision. That's interesting. RGT85 is not that interesting. Most YouTubers really aren't that interesting, specifically the gaming YouTubers. I'm not stalling. I'm just trying to give this a good finish here. Normally I would say, from creator to creator, that RGT85, you do whatever you'd like to do. If you want to have this editor splice in to pad out your uploads, just random gameplay footage to spice them up a little bit without you talking over it, you can. But I think your audience probably, at the very least, wants you to talk over the gameplay footage constantly. They don't like the cutaways. And it's not like you can actually just adjust the volume a little bit to, have maybe a little bit of music playing in the background. I mean, I'm not a big-time, fancy, full-time YouTuber, but, Sean, come on now. Come on. This is kind of Bush League. And you can start editing your own uploads because it's not like, you don't have a job, do you? So why do you even have an editor? Is my question.